Hello everyone. This is probably going to be my last work in progress thing for the projectile pack. And thanks to Celeste from Salty Panda Studios, this blueprint is much better now. So let me just go to play real quick. And this is the regular projectile. And I can easily set it to which version it wants to charge. There we go, now it's charging to level 1. You can see that on the charge bar as well. And we can go to level 3, which will take a little bit longer. Actually projectile 3, not level 3, and then projectile 4, which takes longer to charge. Boom. So that's really cool. Now, obviously, I kind of want to show other effects, so we can go to the blaster level 1. But let's make this a little bit faster. So I'm gonna copy and paste it a few times. There. And this one is gonna shoot fire type projectile 2, projectile level 3, and projectile level 4 of the blaster. There we go. I still need to increase the initial delay in the blueprint because that one is in the back is charging a little bit too fast now, but you can only see them. Let's select them all. There we go, and set it to sonar. And boom. And the last one, helix. Play. And what's really cool is that the charge is actually now in a rainbow color. There. Alright, what else can I show you? Basically, let's do the overdraw. So when you're up close, obviously there are a lot of spheres, a little bit of white. This projectile isn't that bad actually. Although, if you look through all these spheres, then obviously it's going to be quite white. Now if you zoom out, you'll see the spheres slowly disappear and a lot of the particles are not spawning anymore because of the particle LEDs, of course. Now, while you cannot see this in the editor, let me open one of the particle systems, content browser, particle systems, let's grab the blaster. I also made sure that every emitter has their significance level set up properly. So this one is actually critical, so it will always spawn. But if you have like a settings menu in your game, you can actually control this. So if your particle settings are set to medium quality, then this one will still spawn, this little one. But let's see if there's actually one here that is a bit lower. Not really. Bad example, I guess. Well, we can go to something that has a little bit more of those. I think Impact 4 probably has some. Now this one is set to medium, so if your quality settings are set to low, then anything under medium will not spawn. This one is critical, so that will always spawn. This one will spawn all the way to low, etc, etc, etc. So nice little addition. All the materials besides 2 are 100 instructions or less. There's one that's like, I think 170, but I still need to optimize that one a little bit, which is this one for some reason. 107 actually. Not sure why. There might be some math in the bright dot or the Luos radial gradient. I'm not sure. I can probably reduce that quite a bit by just changing a value in there, but we'll see. Okay, that's that. What else can I show you? Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time making sure that these projectiles are actually working on mobile even. So let's see. Let's go to preview render settings and do shader model 4. It will take a few seconds because it needs to set it to SM4. I'm not sure why it's compiling shaders because it did that before. But as you can see, it works on older hardware. And this is quite nice. The reflection is still in, though it might be a bit less. And while it's still compiling shaders, let's just stop for a second and set it to another preview render setting. Let's do high-end mobile, iOS or Android. It's both quite fine. Need to change the render settings, and now if I press play, they're still active. Though obviously there's not any real post-processing here, so you don't see the glow and everything's a little bit more saturated, but I actually do like these colors. Makes them look a little bit more toyish and cartoonish, maybe. It's all actually quite the same. I kind of want to show you the blaster in this shading model because it's so nice and blue. So let's see, instead of helix we go to blaster and play again. And I just really like this purple and bluish color. Quite nice. Or maybe I'm just a sucker for bright blue. Alright, one more to go, and that's actually one of the older things. So basically ES2 for very old mobiles, not anything current gen. And it's compiling the shaders again. Everything should work. I'm not sure about the mannequin itself, but let's wait a few seconds until the shader compiling is done. Might take a while. We can actually just go to play. And as you can see, everything is still working as it should. So this pack actually works for mobile, old mobiles, all the way up to current gen computers. You might want to disable a few things in the emitters for optimization's sake, because on mobile you might not want the reflection. There's not really, it's still there a little bit, but it might be wise to disable that for very old mobiles, of course. So yeah, I'm actually quite proud of that, and thanks to Celeste, the blueprint looks way better. So let's just go to the event graph, and it's much cleaner. At first it was one horizontal line doing everything, and now everything is set in functions and some variables and whatever. So it's much cleaner, better readable, and easier to maintain. And I'm quite happy with that. I don't think I've ever put this much effort in a package because I learned so much more. It's kind of funny because the first things I ever made in UDK were projectiles, and some of them were actually quite the same. I mean, I just had the buster and I had the helix, and the sonar is new though, but I thought like, let's try and apply all the things that I learned till now into something that I did a long time ago. And this package is the result. It's very optimal, at least as optimal as I can. It works on all platforms and there's scalability settings, so I'm quite proud of myself. I only need the sounds and the preview scene, which I'm gonna make a preview scene tomorrow and pre-publish it. At least send the marketplace that I want to publish this on their marketplace so that I can get that going. And I think that's it. Alright, Luos out. Have a nice day.